everyone. Lovely hair tonight. Lovely hair, lovely hair. Welcome. Crazy, crazy music. So much happening in the world around us. Things are going cray cray right now. Huh. Don't know about you. It's been crazy. Now, anybody who knows me knows that my life never runs in a straight and fabulous way, and that everything always works out for me. There's always some kind of craziness that happens in my life. Always, it's been that way since I was a little kid. With just just things happen to us. So, anyways, so right now we're our car does not start. It's been on the charger, but it just will not start. Um, it could be from the cold, it could be from sitting in the impound for a couple days. It never got started. Who knows? It's just not starting at all. So we are getting other things straightened away. It's been an expensive couple of weeks, that's for sure. Um, from from insurance to uh getting the car back. And I'm looking at the of course I look at the astrology. I'm looking at the astrology. I'm looking at everything as it's, unfolding. There's a lot there that's unfolding within the world. Plus, the last couple days at Cash, I mean, there's been customers like wanting to fight each other. It's been, a lot of anger going around too. A lot of people feeling frustrated, and we're going to be witnessing that a lot more um as things intensify in the world around us. People are going to get a lot more frustrated, a lot more overwhelmed. And it's where, when you just have to go back and look at the things and the beauty that you do have around you. A lot of times it's like you can say, "Oh, nothing's beautiful. I don't have anything. My life is shit." And you can go down the crazy rabbit hole. But we are in the sun Pisces energy, and that is about, looking at the goodness and looking at the beautiful things that are working within your world, and knowing that you are wanting to build something, like building something towards something that is better. And sometimes that's hard. I mean, this world is not easy. This world is not a, you know it's not a bed of roses. I mean, even a bed of roses has thorns. So this is a world that, hard knocks, and learning to get through it and stand up and do the things that you need to be doing. That's so important at this time. It's not time to sit around and um, just allow things to go by and try and get lost within the world. So things, I mean, it is a little bit nutty. Right now, I am going to be working another, like I'm working just finished 6 days straight. I'll be working another 6 days straight um, at work because one of our employees is sick. And so things for me are, I have to work. So I'm working. I have been blessed for many years being able to stay home and do my business for so long. But going forward, I have to look at how can I create and work to make my world better. And doing this work has been absolutely fabulous. I love it. I was going to start the Journey Club next week and ain't going to do it because I don't have time to do the Journey Club, and which is unfortunate. And I know there's a couple people that wanted to do it, but it's one of those things that, I was sort of on the fence on starting it and, if I should be doing it or not, and it ends up like, nope, right now is not the right time. Right now is not the right time. The other thing, in going forward is there's a lot of where I book clients in on the weekend and some other obligations come in that, from my muggle job that I have to honor. I have to honor because that's what's putting the roof, you know, and keeping things going in my house. And this is where when I sit back and I'm sitting in this energy, I am at a place where I really want to make my life better. I really want to create a more harmonious way of living in my life. And it's important to honor that. It is important to honor it. It's not to work just to work's sake, right? It's working to create a better world for myself and um, my husband. And I mean, because it is just the two of us now. So this is where for myself and and where the energy says is like looking at where can you start creating something better for yourself and looking at the beautiful things that are working within your life. And as I said, not my life isn't always straight and narrow. I get crazy stuff that comes in and gives me those curveballs and sets me um spinning in many different directions. And a lot of people they get like, well, I don't understand why this happens. And I'm just like, well, it just does. Uh it just does. Things do. And but I know that there's going to be something better. There's going to be something more wonderful and beautiful at the end of this sort of journey that I'm on to and a lot of learning lessons. So there's a lot of things to take in and learn and help help yourself to be the better person, to be, the better person within relationships, within your job. Like, I mean, even though you don't like your job, I feel like it's put yourself and do the best you can until you find the job that you really like. And sometimes I know that's hard, but I feel like this is where the universe is testing us. If you're not liking something, then it's up to you to change it. It's up to you to make the changes that you need to make in order for you to have a better world or a better life that you want, even in craziness that's happening in a world that is very noisy and very distractive at times. And this is where you got to put the grounding in and saying, okay, what direction, where is it that is going to set me free? Where is it that is going to allow me to fly? And this is coming into many, you know, where I have warned people and I've told people, okay, you got to make yourself a little bit more self-sufficient. So how do you make yourself more self-sufficient? Maybe it's planting things indoors or starting a mini garden on your patio. How can you make yourself more self-sufficient? It's learning how to maybe can and keep, having food on hand, uh, doing things that are going to create more ease and grace in your life in so many obstacles that are coming forward, you know? So this is going to be something that's very important. And as we are taking the steps towards a crazy new world. I was listening to a program the other day and it was talking about what was it talking about? Now my brain just went. It was talking about the way that we live now and the democracy. And it was talking about how democracy is. And that, yes, the Greeks had democracy and then everything fell and stuff there. And for us having the way of life that we're living now is rare on this earth. It's very rare. It's very rare to have a the way that we live, the way that we commute, the whole bit. this is a very nuanced type of living for us, and where we are beginning to see that, okay, there's something here that doesn't always work, because there's always those that want more, 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 and those that have less, less, less. So now we're starting to look at the breakdown of this world, the breakdown, and how things are going to be redi- distributed and redefined, where we're going to be looking into how we are going to come together in different groups and different pods, and how those different pods are going to work with other different pods and groups, and how what is at the core of our of the groups that we are with, and or the tribe, if you want to call it. And this is where we as human beings are going to be wanting to be in a place where, who's going to protect us from the big bad wolf kind of thing. That's where a lot of changes and shifting is starting to happen, is that we are going to be looking at, okay, who's going to save us from the big bad wolf, who's going to protect us, where, what places, what group is going to keep me protected. That's why they had castles. I mean, they had thick walls. They had, they walled things up so to keep the enemy out, to keep you safe, right? And in keeping you safe, there's things that you may have to give up. There's things that you may have to do in order for your safety and security. And that's the energy, and that's the shifting where we're going into, where we're going to find that there's going to be a lot of, some freedoms that we may give up. And those who don't want to give them up, are going to have to go into another area. So these are a lot of changes, a lot of shifting that is going on right now. And we have to come in and we have to look at, where is it that we want to work within our own selves to create a more positive world for our family, the group of the community we want to work with, right? And this is very, very important, because you don't want to be left without. You don't want to be left in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this is where religion came in, because religion gave you a sense of safety, a sense of security. There was a church, there was this dogma of rules and regulations you had to live by in order for you to feel safe. And we know throughout the years that it didn't always work. Obviously, didn't always work. So now, is there something similar with some kind of technological religion or scientific religion that's coming in, that wants you to be safe, wants you to do things a certain way, be a certain, act a certain way. So we're, I know, what am I trying to get at? We're at a point right now where we have to really, really begin to define our lives and look at what is important to you in your life, and be able to cancel out the noise that's around you, that really distracts and pulls you in many different directions. I do there's a few things that have come to light that, through some of my predictions, are coming a little faster than what I thought. One is, what they're finding out about the thingy, and what's in the elixir, that little, I'm gonna call it a spike, um, and how it's killing off the good bacteria in the stomach, which is causing, when you have bad gut, that causes, um, n- slowness. I'm just exhausted, people. I'm so tired. From early mornings and stuff. So anyways, and late, and then closing and opening and stuff like that. I'm just really, really tired. So sorry. Um trying to put my words together. From With having a bad gut, where you can't focus, you can't think, this is where a lot of ailments come in, and this is where you can get bacterial. infections, right? It's still a lot of bacterial infections. So we have that's coming in, and there's a lot of information that's sort of leaking out about that, leaking out, leaky gut. So it's going to be very interesting for that's coming in and unfolding for us. Um, yeah, things are just getting nutty, and I'm getting tired, so I'm going to cut it off there. But be in your light, be in your truth of who you are, and uh, know what's important to you in the next coming days, because we're going to be all tested in our own truth, especially with Saturn is at 28 degrees and it's moving towards Pisces. And we have Pluto at 29 degrees and it's going to be going into Aquarius. So, knowing our truth, knowing who we are, and as Venus is in Aries, where do we want to start? What do we want to start doing? And Jupiter and Chiron is like, Chiron's sort of our warning bell of saying, what do you want to do? Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. But you have Jupiter coming in with, and Venus there. And that could be like a bunch of crazy friends want to get together and tell you, yeah, let's go do this. Let's go do this. And Chiron's coming in. I don't think so. And he's the little guy and they're telling him to shut up. So, I mean, there could be an overshadowing of a lot of energy that's coming in to get you to go do something, but somewhere that's just not it, and it could fizzle out very quickly, especially with that Venus in Aries. Because she gets great ideas, she's in it, but she's in detriment. She doesn't like it, and Mars is still out of bounds. So to find that energy, that get up and go, is a little bit difficult, even though he is going forward, but he's still in Gemini. There's a lot of craziness, for the Gemini, sun, moon, and rising at this time. And I don't think that you're going to feel any light or you're going to feel anything to go forward until after March. And then you're going to be feeling like, okay, all systems are go. But still, then he's in Cancer, like Mars is in Cancer. So, I mean, that's so emotionally wanting to feel comfort, wanting to feel safe. And this is a warrior, right? So there's a lot of things that are going to be coming in about feeling safe, having the safety aspect. So what is it that, and you're starting to feel it right now. So what is bringing you that safety in your life? And for me right now, it's my job, that um, I'm very blessed to have this job and to move into the position I got so quickly, you know? So this is where I have to put my focus on. So you have to look at where you need to put your focus on. If I could do my job, my spirituality full time and it paid, and I could get and have a team and the whole bit, and I was able to afford all of that, that'd be awesome. I mean, that's a dream job almost. I say almost because I know there's a lot of work to be done with it. But that's it. It's like looking at prioritizing the things in your life and putting and being the best you can in everything that you do. And if you're finding you can't do it, then you got to step back and say why and what's not working. So there you go. Anyways, I babbled on long enough. I'm going to love you and leave you. And all have a very fabulous Saturday night. And stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. There's a lot of crazy snakes in the grass right now. So watch where you tread, you know, and making sure that you are aware of your surroundings as we are going forward. So have a blessed one, everybody, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.